Hello, everyone. Today's topic is one that's kind of interesting, not really heard of, and I like to consider it one of the deep, dark military secrets that are never to see the light of day: a line of duty. Everybody wonders what a line of duty is because the only time you really hear it in reference to anything is when an individual was killed in the line of duty. But a line of duty goes way beyond just a KIA. There's also a injury line of duty, which basically says that the Department of Defense takes responsibility for your injury. Now, with people going through the MedBar process and getting out, they tell you to just go ahead, file your claim with the VA, and let the VA make the decision. But with a line of duty, the VA has to award the decision. There's no denial because the DoD has done all the work. So the VA is not going to go against DoD until they're going to agree with what DoD has found out. And that's why a line of duty is so important. Since I'm an Army guy, I'm going to go through the Army regs real quick and talk about a little bit differences about a line of duty. So, since I'm an Army guy, I like going through Army regulations. And the Army regulation for a line of duty is AR 600 8 4. And line of duties are not commonly discussed. If you're in your unit, maybe one or two people know about it. And I don't think they know the full details of a line of duty. So as we stroll through the regs, there's a few things that really jump out about a line of duty, but primarily is that DoD's taking responsibility for your injury. And because of that, there's also a side note that you will be stuck in purgatory while a line of duty is being investigated. So what happens is that you claim that this condition is caused by something that happened to you in service. And because this happened to you in service, DoD is going to investigate why and what happened for them to take responsibility. Now, the investigation process will take some time, but what you have to know about is that as soon as you file a line of duty, you're stuck in purgatory. You are in limbo because no further action can be taken until that line of duty is resolved. Their med boards will be put on hold. Your ETS date will be pushed back. You will not get out until that line of duty is complete. But that is one of the benefits of the line of duty, is that once you get it and the military goes to such lengths to make sure that it's done correctly, it's not it's almost a no-brainer not to get. So for timeline wise, all informal LOD investigations must be initiated within 5 calendar days of the command's discovery of the injury, illness, disease, or death. When the informal investigation is not completed within the given time, the reasons the report is late should be included in the remarks section of DA Form 2173, Statements of Medical Examination and Duty Status. The timeline for completing an informal investigation is no more than 60 days. If evidence is required to support a line of duty determination is not available within the prescribed time frame, the unit commander must provide the reason in the 30-day investigation update to appointing authority. So that just basically means that everything has timelines. Anytime you deal with the government, there's timelines. But with an LOD, there are certain timelines that have to be met because they don't want this going on forever. So the main important part that you need to get down to is chapter 2. Because under chapter 2, you will come across the basic explanations of a line of duty. And line of duty investigation determine duty status at the time of incident, whether misconduct was involved, and if so, to what degree. Additionally, LOD investigations may be required to determine an EPTS condition. If so, determine service aggravation. An LOD investigation will be conducted for all soldiers, regardless of component, if the soldier experiences a loss of duty time for a period of more than 24 hours, and illness, injury, and disease lasting a significance to be determined by a physician, physician's assistant, nurse practitioner. There is a likelihood that the injury, illness, or disease will result in a permanent disability. If a RC soldier requires a follow-up care for an injury, illness, or disease incurred during the period active duty, an injury, illness, or disease diagnosed while serving on active duty or in duty status outlined in AR 638-8 does not mean that the injury, illness, and disease was incurred while serving on active duty, or that a EPTS condition was aggravated. So put that into some cliff notes. Basically, as if a condition you have is permanent, you're going to have it for the rest of your life. Let it be a broken leg, pancreatitis, let it be diabetes, let it be lower back pain, broken vertebrae, something along those lines you want to file a line of duty for. And when you file a line of duty, DOD will do their own investigation to determine how it is. There's a few different things that are important, but primarily what they want to know is, one, if you're in duty, two, you weren't doing anything stupid. What do I mean by stupid? You could be on active duty, you got a new bike, you're driving on post, getting ready to leave, doing about 90, and you wrap yourself around a tree, and then you're looking at series of severe injuries. At that point, a line duty will come back and an investigation will say that, hey, this individual was doing misconduct, and so we're not going to award a line of duty. Now, the VA might still award it, but DOD will not. But if you were pent up between a wall and a Humvee and you broke a few ribs, that is applicable for a line of duty. If you have any major problems, I suggest you file a line of duty immediately. A line of duty is not part of the med board process. It's not part of the PEB either. It's totally independent. So, when you actually get to the point where you need a LOD, you do not want to be at that point and not have a LOD. So we covered a little bit about line of duties, but basically, if you don't know about a line of duty, investigate. Because the people who are going to know about your line of duty might be your unit admin, might be your S1 over at the battalion or squadron level. Basically, it's the person that's in charge of the med boards knows about the LOD. And you have to actually ask them to file a LOD, and you have to have supporting medical evidence from a PA, doc, and know that it's actually occurred while you're on duty, to file an LOD. But if you do, the benefits are remarkable. And I will explain those further in another video. But if you haven't heard of LOD, now you have, and now you need to look for it. I want to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Subscribe to my channel. I'm new, so I'm a little rough on a few things, but I will continue to give out tidbits of information that will possibly change somebody's life. And I just hope that it helps you. Well, thank you for watching and have a good day.